Rico, Abreu, and Corey Day from the front row. Brad Sweet and Justin Peck in row 2. Brian Brown, Parker Price Miller in row 3. Anthony Macri and Roger Crockett in row 4. Row 5 is Lynch and James McFadden. 6th row, Hunter Schuerenberg and Tyler Courtney. 7th row, Brent Marks and Jacob Allen. 8th row, Zeb Wise and Corey Eliason. 9th row, Brenham Crouch and Ayrton Gennetten. And 10th row is Spencer Bayston, Chris Windom. I-70 Speedway, we got them racked, we got them stacked in, we've got the grandstands packed. Let's go racing off at turn number 4. We are green.
Battle for the top spot into turn number 1. Rico, Abreu slides up the racetrack. Corey Day goes down to the bottom. They swap lines off at turn number 2. Abreu going to lead him into 3.
In exchange for the 3rd spot, give it to Justin Peck. He makes his way around the outside of Brad Sweet. Sweet tries to throw a slider on him late in the corner. They're not going to get there in time. And Justin Peck quickly into the 3rd spot on the back bumper of Corey Day in turn number 2.
Battle for that 5th spot or 6th spot down the backstretch. Look at Tyler Courtney come out of nowhere. As the battle for the 3rd spot picks up off at turn number 4. Picking up. Oh, we got one off the pace down the backstretch.
Looks like Spencer Bayston, I believe, in car number 5. He is slowing on the back straightaway. Bayston started in the 19th position for this race, was running 18th at the time of this yellow. Don't see anything wrong with the car from right here there, Blake, as it looks like everything's rolling fine. We'll see about on the right side of the car here.
Saw him looking down quite a bit as he was rolling down the backstretch.
So he's going to go to the attention of the crew down there. Barry Jackson, McLovin on the scene as well, I'm sure.
It was McLovin's birthday earlier this week, too.
Happy birthday to McLovin. We'll go downstairs, Tony the board.
It's an engine issue, guys. They're taking the hood off. Spencer was shouting as soon as they came into the work area. All 4 tires are up on this race car, and no suspension seems to be bent. They're going to the left side of the engine area. They're going to the mag. I think they're going to swap the mag right here. So a quick mag change for Spencer Bayston. Barry Jackson in with a new ignition box, and they're going to throw the hood back on this thing. Hopefully that's all it is.
Thank you very much, Tony Laporta. So trying to change the mag box out on the CJB Motorsports number 5. Spencer, a great run last night, finished in the 5th position, and now tonight he has got some serious work cut out for him if he can get back onto the speedway. The Frozen Farmer Pick Pint makes its appearance on the front straightaway. The drivers must go inside or outside. Justin Peck playing little games there. Yeah. We'll go to the outside behind Corey Day for the restart.
One of my favorite shots that you guys will do occasionally, Chase, is with that Frozen Farmer pick there. The drone. The drone, yes. Looking at it so you can see the guys choosing and the games that get played coming to the pick pint.
Absolutely, yes. So Justin Peck will not go to the inside, he'll go to the top. Tony, what do you got for us?
Guys, the hood's back and bolted on. It sounds like it was just the mag. They've swapped it. They've got Cody Houston in the side-by-side line back up, and they're going to refire Spencer Bayston down here.
Thank you very much, Tony. So the 5 car, we'll see if it responds, and it does. So Spencer Bayston's car does refire, and he will rejoin at the tail. That'll put all 26 cars still on the speedway here. Rico Abreu with the race lead. After 1 lap, Corey Day, Justin Peck, Brad Sweet, Parker Price Miller, then James McFadden, Anthony Macri, Brian Brown, Tyler Courtney, and Hunter Schuerenberg. You mentioned Tyler Courtney started 12th, up +3 already into the 9th position.
Yeah, he had a big run off of turn number 2 on the original start and picked up a pair of spots off of turn 2. Interesting, the front row going to stay the same. We'll see if Rico does that same thing. What maybe, well, some debris out there, Anthony Courtney reporting.
We've got some debris on the speedway. Looks to be maybe over on the turns 3 and 4 side of the racetrack. Brad Sweet helping point that out on the speedway there. And Cody Houston, the High Limit Racing official, will go over there and see if he can grab it and pick it up and get it out of harm's way. Do not want anybody running anything over and having some kind of flat.
Looks like he sees it there. Man, Carini quick to it over there, Chase. Just, he doesn't miss a beat.
Does not miss anything. Yeah, he's, oh, it looks like the tire.
The tire.
Yeah. Tire actually getting knocked into the racing groove there. So it looks like the lights are out. We're going green this time by off the 4th corner. Rico Abreu and Corey Day. We've seen, like we mentioned there, the outside be the place to be for the restarts. That's why Justin Peck, instead of going to the inside, went to the outside. We'll see if Corey Day can make something happen here. And it does not look like that'll be the case as we go back to green, and Brad Sweet's going to move into the 2nd spot. Corey Day fell asleep on the start there, Blake.
It worked out for Rico. Sweet got by Day. Day gets right back him off of turn number 2. Down the backstretch, Brad Sweet trying to close back in on Corey Day as Rico running away.
Rico Abreu leads lap number 2. 28 laps to go for 26,000 to win. Parker Price Miller into the 4th spot, getting by Justin Peck off of turn number 4. And PPM, he has been fast all night long, Blake. Qualifying and the heat race. In the dash, he made some different changes to the car, and now it's come to life here in the feature event.
Pair of Hoosiers battling for that 4th spot as James McFadden looks to join the battle. He'll close in on the 13 of Justin Peck. Is Parker Price Miller trying to rope in Brad Sweet for the final podium spot.
A very close call down the front stretch last time by between Anthony Macri and Brian Brown. They nearly banged wheels as Brown throws a slider across the nose, and Anthony Macri crosses back underneath him. Anthony Macri has that position down the front straightaway. He is in the 7th spot trying to make his way forward and be a 2-time Rayce Rudeen Foundation race winner.
Brent Marks battling with Hunter Schuerenberg down the back stretch into turn number 3. They're nearly side by side there as we come off of turn number 4. Marks 2 car lengths off the back bumper as Rico can start to see the back of the pack.
That's the race for the 10th position between Brent Marks and Hunter Schuerenberg. Schuerenberg still has the spot. Top 5 pretty well spread out right now, as it looks like Macri may have a car to contend for the top 5 in this one. He's closing in on the 83 car of James McFadden. McFadden currently runs in 6th. Macri looks strong here early in this one.
Anthony Macri rolling in that 39M. Joe Mooney spinning the wrenches as here's the battle of the 19s. Brent Marks in the white one, Hunter Schuerenberg in the black, number 19. Marks looks down to the inside, side by side in turn 4.
Race for the 10th spot. Give it to Brent Marks off in turn number 4. Marks moves into the top 10. The last time by, Corey Day, a 1/10.5 of a second faster than your race leader, and he is catching in on Rico Abreu very quickly. That time by, he was 0.8 of a second faster. Caution is out though.
Top of turn number 1
over there.
Yeah, in our blind spot, Kasey Kahne.
So Kasey Kahne, we heard earlier on from Tony Laporta that he had a steering box issue, and now that car comes to a stop nearly into the wall in turn 1. Kasey Kahne rolled off from the 23rd position, and this one was running 22nd at the time of this incident. Can't tell if there's any damage to the front end there. It kind of looks like it. There is a little bit something wrong there.
He's pinned on the wall,
yeah.
So got to maybe... Looks like maybe some right front damage. You can see the nose wing curled in there on the left front.
Yeah, definitely some kind of contact or something there for Kasey Kahne.
That nose wing is askew.
Trent Hetzer, the Kubota Highland Racing official, on the scene to try and help Kasey Kahne. We got a replay coming up for you watching on Flow from the drone. Going to be on the left side here of your screen. Going to be bottom left. He hit the wall right there, Blake, and rode it all the way down.
Yeah, Windom right there with him, it looked like. And Kasey just kind of rode along the wall there. There was some contact maybe on that left front causing that damage. You can see the nose wing bent up there.
Guys, the tow truck is out of the way, but like I said last night, that may be the most impressive tow truck I've ever seen. Wayne Purdy doesn't feel that way anymore. He was ducking underneath to get a look at the front end. He smoked the top of his head on the hook of that tow truck. He's checked for blood. He's no worse for the wear. His driver and car back on track, ready to go.
Helmets may be a requirement by all crew members in the work area from now on, Blake.
Wayne Purdy, a winning crew chief for the Rayce Rudeen Foundation race, too.
In 2021, yes.
2021.
Kokomo Speedway. We're ready to go back to green flag racing. Still plenty of time for somebody to make a move on Rico Abreu as we head back to green.
Another good start for Rico, but look at Parker Price Miller out of the gates. He'll go 3 wide for second into 1.
Oh boy, Parker Price Miller feeling feisty here tonight. Moves into the 2nd spot, looking for that first win of the year with Kubota Highland Racing, and it would be a big one that would pay $26,000, and he's trying to track down Rico Abreu for the top spot.
How about Justin Peck into the 4th spot, trying for 3rd. He's shot by Brad Sweet, now turning the heat up on Corey Day off of turn 2.
Justin Peck looking strong, got by Brad Sweet, now looking for a slider into turn number 3. Down to the bottom, now up to the top. Justin Peck up into the 3rd spot, across the nose of Corey Day, and Justin Peck's got 3rd at the line.
Sean Strasburg spinning the wrenches on that boot. Motorsports 13. Oh, Justin Peck got pushed up the racetrack there. Corey Day takes the spot back, and now Peck falls to the clutches of Brad Sweet. Sweet looks to the inside for 4.
Close call right there as Sweet nearly got over the left side tires of Justin Peck. Peck protects the bottom into turn number 1. That's going to really mess up the entry for the 49 car, Brad Sweet. Here comes Anthony Macri, a huge run on Sweet down the back straightaway. Macri, whoa, that was a close call right there. Your Kubota Highland Racing point leader nearly getting wiped out in turn 3.
Wow, that was a close call. Chase Rodman, Macri on the move. Sean Strasburg, the crew chief, on the 13, pointing the 13 forward is Justin Peck trying to close back in, and now the battle for the lead starting to tighten up though. Chase Rodman, Parker Price Miller closing in on Rico Abreu.
Last couple laps, PPM been the faster car as far as the lap times go, and traffic up the road. We have not seen traffic this entire time in this race, and that will affect Rico Abreu. Car off the pace, front straightaway, Jack Wagner, the caution will come out.
Boy, that's probably exactly what Rico Abreu wanted to see there. Gets him out of lap traffic that probably would have been in his sights within a lap or two.
His brother Samuel Wagner also running a tribute car this weekend. Obviously tonight not going the way this team was hoping.
Well, there's that Frozen Farmer pick pint, and Parker Price Miller will go to the outside. And if it's anything like his last restart, Blake, Rico Abreu may be in trouble right here.
He talked about Jesse Hockett there, obviously the tribute cars. Well, Justin Peck drives for Tom Book up there in the 4th spot in the 13. That's a car that Jesse Hockett spent some time behind the wheel of.
Certainly did, as it looks like we're ready to go green this time by. Still not halfway through this race. Rico Abreu now with a new challenger to his outside, that being the law firm Parker Price Miller. Green flag set to come back out. Rico on the gas early as they head back to the restart. Oh, we got some contact. 4 wide off the corner, and everybody's going to keep on going.
Wow, I thought McFadden was getting upside down there. You saw the car hop and some cars off the pacer on the front stretch, but the back of the pack and the yellow is going to fly. That was a chaotic restart.
Yeah.
We got one off the Chris Windom.
Yeah, we thought everybody made it through, but the 55 of Chris Windom is facing towards the wall in the 4th corner. And with that, we'll now go to a single file restart due to contact on a double file restart. So that'll move Rico. He'll be by himself there. And looks like that's a big break for McFadden, who lost a lot of spots there on that start.
Boy, I thought he was getting upside down. He had, it appeared to be almost all 4 off the ground as Tony Laporta. Casey Kahne has made his way back into the work area to the attention of Wayne Pretty and crew. Looking like they're looking at that front end again, TLP.
Yeah, maybe the bracket that holds up that nose wing has broken. It's come back down. There's a little bit of damage to the bill at the back of that nose wing. They're going to try to repair that and get it to stay upright. I didn't see it come down. Oh, there's big damage to the bumper. You can see front bumper damage. So Kahne getting involved in that skirmish over there in turn number 4. That's what shoved the nose wing down. And Chris Windom, you guys, I don't know if you've hit on it or not already up there, but Windom going to get refired out there at the exit of turn number 4. They swapped an engine in that number 55 since the last time we raced just last night here at the I-70 Speedway. And now, to make matters even worse, the 73 of Samuel Wagner pulls into the work area just moments after his brother did.
Looks like the Tony and Jen Vermeer own 55 of Chris Windom back under power. Here's a replay chase
of the restart. We'll see what happened here. It looked like it maybe started with Macri. Gets the left rear ran over by McFadden. And then, there's the contact with Kahne and Windom right there. And so what was a good break for, I mean, here's another look at it right there. And Macri, I don't know if he just
kind of a chain
going.
reaction. It looked like he kind of trying to avoid Peck there a little bit.
Rico was early on the gas too, which maybe have kind of messed things up a little bit there. But
he has mixed up all 3 of his restarts, starting a little bit later. Last time started a little bit earlier. Certainly keeps you on your toes, and when you're racing with guys like you have here with Kubota High Limit Racing, you have to do that.
Absolutely. Let's see what he does this time. Last time he went pretty early in that restart box, and he'll do it again here. And PPM was sticking right with him as they work off of turn number 4. Good restart for Corey David. Cannot pass before that cone. PPM still was second. Justin Peck underneath the Corey Day. Look for that 3rd spot off of turn number 2.
Corey Day with a big run down the backstretch, starting to close in on PPM as here comes the 39 of Anthony Macri. Good battle for 3rd in turn 4.
Corey Day around the outside takes it back away from Justin Peck, and a good move right there from Corey Day around the outside. Now looking to track down the 9P at Parker Price Miller. Maybe going to need some traffic for Rico Abreu to be challenged here tonight, but every time we've gotten there, there has been a slowing of the cars. We'll see if it happens this time. We've still got plenty of laps to go. Still halfway home.
The concrete kid, Anthony Macri, starting to challenge Justin Peck. They're nearly side by side for the 4th spot. Peck works off the high side, Macri down on the bottom. Wheel to wheel, Anthony Macri challenging as they're wing to wing off of turn 4. Move Anthony Macri up a spot on the leaderboard.
Macri even pulled up next to Corey Day right there off of turn number 4. A lot of speed around the inside of the racetrack right now for the Dillsburg, Pennsylvania driver. Macri up to 4th. He was the winner here of this race back in 2022. Now looking to go after Corey Day. He has got the bottom absolutely wired, especially in 3 and 4, Blake.
12 laps to go. Plenty of time for Anthony Macri to choose his spots as he tries to work onto the podium. Rico still over a straightaway away from lap traffic. Plenty of clean air out in front of him, but look at the battle for 4th and 5th off of turn 4.
Yeah, 3-car battle for that 3rd spot. Justin Peck now to the inside. Oh, Macri tried to shut the door on him, but Justin Peck went right through it anyways. Peck back to 4th. Macri dives it off the corner. Comes back after the boot. Motorsports 13. He's got 4th back into turn 3. Great race for this 3rd and 4th spot.
Wow, talk about high stakes poker here at I-70 between Anthony Macri and Justin Peck battling for the 4th spot, 1 spot out of the podium. Corey Day, if he had a rear view mirror, he'd be entertained by the battle behind him.
Yeah, Corey Day still running in that third spot. The last time by, Rico Abreu was 2/10 faster than Parker Price-Miller. He's now getting to the back of the field, trying to get by Jason Martin and Roger Crockett. That time by, another 10th was faster than was Rico Abreu. So Parker Price-Miller not closing in, but thick lap traffic is just ahead from number 24 car, Rico Abreu.
He'll shoot past the defending ASCS National Sprint Car champion, and Jason Martin now has a one-lap car between himself and Parker Price-Miller. PPM now has a clear track out of him because Jason Martin pulls into the infield.
Jason Martin into the infield. We will stay green. The race for fourth, still a good one between Anthony Macri and Justin Peck. The lap car of Roger Crockett there as a pick. We'll see. Peck goes around the outside. Macri's going to have to avoid the bottom of the racetrack to get around Crockett, and that allows the 13 of Peck to pull away a little bit.
Rico Abreu trying to become the first repeat winner of the Rayce Rudeen Foundation race, and this time by, he's 6 laps away from being the first ever repeat winner in 6 tries.
Yeah, and PPM is definitely closing in a 15.831 for Rico Abreu. 10th taken out of the lead by Parker Price-Miller. Trafficked up the road, Xavier Doney and Casey Kahne. If they can hold Rico up for just a corner, I think PPM can get there in time, Blake.
Boy, lap traffic doing Rico Abreu no favors as they're all over the racetrack. PPM really cutting into the lead that time, took 2/10 off.
Here he comes. Can he get there in time? 5 laps to go. Parker Price-Miller looking for that first win of 2024 with Kubota Highlander Racing. Rico goes to the middle, kind of washes up the Speedway right there, gets a little bit sideways, and Parker Price-Miller takes another 2/10 out of the race lead.
But now Rico's got a lap car between himself and PPM. Yellow for Corey Day, last night's winner, off the pace on the front stretch.
Corey Day with an issue on the Jason Myers Racing number 14 car, comes to a stop right there at the entering turn number 1 on the front straightaway. Corey Day running 5th at the time, according to timing and scoring here. And it's hard to tell from this angle with the wall in the way if there's anything wrong with that 4C's construction machine. Can't really tell from this angle either, but and he's not going to have any guaranteed time down there in the work area. We got only 5 laps to go here in this race, so not going to have any guaranteed time for Corey Day in the work area.
This restart is going to be big, obviously, because with 4 to go, lap traffic clearly not in the picture any longer. That's not what Parker Price-Miller wanted, and exactly what Rico Abreu wanted to see. Get him out on a clean track of this big half mile.
Yeah, now Rico's going to have another opportunity to try and fool him a little bit on this restart with only a handful of laps to go. Parker's really going to have to time it right. I think they're relatively close on speed. I mean, even when they didn't get to traffic, Parker was maybe about a half a tenth or a tenth off in lap time, and that was with the dirty air. Rico was out in clean air. I think that Parker looks like we may have a fuel stop coming up here, so an open red. So this could change things for sure.
It is so vital to have a good crew chief, because most of the time when you go out there, you've got a slider, a wing slider, forward or back, and that's what you've got. You can't adjust the shocks or anything like that like you can in other forms of sprint car racing.
Absolutely. Well, let's reset the top 10 for you right now. Rico Abreu showing the way. Parker Price-Miller running in 2nd. Justin Peck is in 3rd. Anthony Macri is in 4th, who's been very, very fast here in the later stages of this race. Brad Sweet will move into the top 5. Brent Marks in 6th. Tyler Courtney in 7th. James McFadden will be 8th. Brian Brown 9th. And Ayrton Gennetten having a solid run from 18th into the top 10 for car number 3.
We'll see what he can do this year. Certainly one of the guys you keep an eye on. He is pre-entered for country. Watch that right here on Flow Racing, TLP.
You can watch that on Flow Racing, Blake, and I plan to be tuned in. People should be tuned in also to Brenham Crouch. The Lubbock, Texas driver started this feature in 17th. He is now up to 13th position.
Good run for Brenham.
Thank you very much, Tony, as we're coming back to the green flag off of turn number 4. Back underway.
Good restart for Macri. They are going to challenge the inside as here comes Justin Peck going at it. They're battling for 3rd. Peck closing in on Parker Price-Miller for 2nd.
Parker Price-Miller trying to hang on to that 2nd spot. Macri with another big move. He's been doing this the entire race. He's into the 3rd spot, looking at Parker Price-Miller for 2nd down the front straightaway.
That is high-stakes chicken right there. Who is going to lift first? PPM now has company, and that's exactly what Rico wants to see. A battle for 2nd as laps wind away, this time by 2 to go.
Macri now underneath of Parker Price-Miller. He's up into the 2nd spot, man. At this race at 5 more laps, Macri may be a challenge for the race win here tonight, but it looks like Rico Abreu's got a pretty big advantage. They come to the white flag next time by.
Rico Abreu going to come to the white flag with 1 to go. He's a half mile away from $26,000 in a back-to-back win here at the Rayce Rudeen Foundation Race and be the first repeat winner of this event in 6 renditions.
Off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. It looks like it's going to happen as he makes his way into turns 3 and 4. Rico Abreu now the back-to-back winner of the Rayce Rudeen Foundation Race at I-70 Speedway. Anthony Macri 2nd, Parker Price-Miller in 3rd, Justin Peck 4th, and Brad Sweet finishes up in 5th. Rico Abreu win number 2 of 2024 with Kubota Highland Racing leading all 30 laps. In car number 24, Anthony Macri from 7th to 2nd. Parker Price Miller finishes up in 3rd. Justin Peck 4th, and Brad Sweet finishes in 5th. Brent Marks 6th, Tyler Courtney 7th, James McFadden 8th, Brian Brown 9th, and Ayrton Gennetten rounds out the top 10 here tonight. 11th through 20th, Hunter Schuerenberg, Jacob Allen, Tanner Thorson, Corey Eliason, Brenham Crouch, Spencer Bayston, Chris Windom, Zeb Wise, Casey Kahne, and Corey Day ultimately finishes up in 20th. Behind him, it was Xavier Doney, Roger Crockett, Cy Lynch, Jason Martin, Jack Wagner, and Samuel Wagner. How about it, race fans? Your winner of the Rayce Rudeen Foundation race, driving car number 24, Rico Abreu. 26,000 big ones going to the driver of car number 24 with the Sunoco Race Fuels checkered flag. Jumps off the race car. High five from Zach Middlebrooks, and he is going to be absolutely thrilled with win number 2 of 2024 with Kubota High Limit Racing. Has been in good spirits all day. We were talking to him earlier on at the command center. He was super happy, super excited to get going here tonight. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that is a clean sweep of the night for Rico Abreu. Quick time overall, won the heat race, won the dash, 30 laps in the feature. He leads every single one of them to take down the win. There goes the fist bump there. Ricky Warner down there as well. He'll come around the front of the race car, and he will talk to Tony Laporta as a winner with High Limit Racing tonight.
For the second time in 2024, folks, Rico Abreu's your winner. And almost even more impressively, as he gets himself a little post-race beverage for later on tonight, of course. That El Bandito Yankee's going to taste good. And how about that Shell Shock painted electric guitar from Kevin Rudeen? Rico, you're just getting all kinds of cool stuff down here in Victory Lane. You go back-to-back. You won this race at Plymouth last season. You're the first driver in its 6-year history to go back-to-back. What's it feel like to be here in Victory Lane?
Amazing. Just thank you to Kevin Rudeen. Just his whole family, what they've done for the sport of sprint car racing. I-70 Raceway, this place is an amazing facility. We just, us racers take a lot of pride in coming to facilities like this. And, we're fortunate enough to get the luxury to race in front of the best race fans in the business. And these trophies here are what it's all about for my team. And getting this up on the front stretch is a big deal for us. This year has been quite difficult for racing, just with the rules package changes. Has us really working on our race car, when we unload, and the intensity is definitely really high in our pit area, and we know where the bar's set for our race team, so it's important for us to get good finishes. And when you get into these positions of leading these races, you just stay as calm as possible, catching lap traffic and really trying to study your race car and see where it's at, just because all this time, we get such a short amount of track time at these events. So anytime we're on track, it's just data for us and to utilize for the next race. I'm really fortunate to be racing with Ricky Warner, Zach Middlebrooks, Brady Forbrook. They're diehards when it comes to sprint car racing, and all of our partners. El Bandito Yankee Tequila is a sponsor of this race, a sponsor of our race team, and they're really ramping up the activation at these events, and it's important for us to put on a good performance for them.
You talk about your crew chief, Ricky Warner, just 1 week ago. He was inducted into the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame. When this car comes off the track, no matter what session it is, you and Zach and Brady, you have a lot of work to do and not a lot of time. What is life like in the pit area when you're chasing victories in a championship with High Limit? Yeah,
I'm not going to lie. It's intense. These are big paying races we're racing for. There's money on the line, that affect our whole race team. So it's important for us to work really hard at this. And, our results have been really hot and cold throughout the seasons. We've gotten on consistent runs, shied away from it. I feel like it's quarter-inch increments on fine-tuning these things, and you can get off really easily. And, I think track position's a big thing right now in racing. it's pretty cool to just be standing up here on the front straightaway.
Well, track position's definitely a thing when you come here to I-70 Speedway. Every driver told us that. You improved greatly after a 10th place run here last night in preliminary action. You're $26,000 richer, and as a high roller, you get to support a charity of your choosing thanks to our angel donor. What charity are you sending that money to tonight?
These, these are special, and thank you to that angel donor. These charities are getting barely noticed at these races, and I think that's really important for the sport. I'm going to match that $1,000 donation tonight, and we're going to donate to Jack Superhero Foundation. One of our partners, the Hunt family, has a nephew with neuromuscular disease, and that's where our money's going tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rico Abreu's your winner! I believe we have a 50-50 ticket for Rico to Polebrook. Do we have a 50-50 ticket for Mr. Abreu? There we go. Rico's going to pull our winning 50-50 ticket. He's going to hand it over here. It is a pink, maybe magenta colored ticket. 953431. Again, pink ticket 953431. Go see Brooklyn at the track office behind the front straightaway. One more time, folks. How about it for Rico Abreu? Let's go talk to our second and third place finishing drivers. Anthony Macri, the driver out of Dillsburg, Pennsylvania, goes from 7th to 2nd here tonight. A very impressive run. What was right about this race car tonight?
I don't really know. I think we were just kind of tight enough there to kind of run wherever we wanted to, and we kind of had the right gear in to be able to launch off the bottom and turn 2 off the off the bottom, and it just seemed like if I got a good run down the backstretch, I could just drive straight into 3 and without having to open my board up and kick the tires out from underneath me. I could get through the bottom really well, and it just worked for a while, and then his tires started to go away, and that red flag was pretty good for us. So Joe and Nate and Clyde's helping tonight too a little bit, but they put the special tunes on it, and we had a good last 4 laps. I wish we could have started a little bit better than 7th, but that's the situation we put ourselves in, and we just had to try and dig ourselves out of it, and we came up one spot short. I can't talk, but I just can't thank the Rayce Rudeen Foundation for putting this race on. It's it's a lot of money. It's for a good cause, and it's just I can't thank my sponsors enough either. J&S Classics and Valley Supply, C&D Rigging, DMS Trash, and Class 1 Transport, and Freisinger GMC. It's it takes a lot of people to get this car up and down the road, and it takes good guys like I got behind me to get this thing to go around the racetrack pretty fast. So then it's up to me not to screw up. So, but I think we did pretty good a job as a team tonight, and we'll just go on from here.
He says he's got good guys behind him. He's a good guy himself. Anthony Macri goes 7th to 2nd here tonight in the Rayce Rudeen Foundation finale. Parker Price Miller, we got to talk to him on the podium back in Lawrenceburg, Indiana. It seems like things, I said this during the heat race, but I'm going to repeat it. It seems like things for you and this 9P car are starting to fall into place. Does it feel that way to you?
Oh, yeah, we're definitely getting better. We just got to be more consistent. Last night we ran 18th. We were 16th or 17th at Butler, and then 3rd at Lawrenceburg. So we just got to, be more consistent, stay up front, make more dashes. Making the dashes makes your night a whole lot easier. And we're getting there. We're starting to qualify a little bit better. But I didn't want that yellow to come out. I was catching Rico, and, they said 3rd place was quite a bit back. So it was going to be fun to try and duel for the win. And then once that caution came out, I knew my chances were very slim after that, but still happy with starting 6th and finishing 3rd and put on a podium in a big paying race. And just can't thank Kevin and Monica enough for putting on this race, for Rayce Rudeen Foundation and the whole Rudeen team. Just us racers enjoy racing for this much money this year, and we're getting better. And month of money's coming up, and hopefully we'll just keep putting these strides together, and we'll keep getting faster. Just can't thank Hayden, Fuzz, Danny. Everyone back home enough, my parents, my girlfriend, she does the T-shirts. She works very hard at it, and she could probably have a way better paying job, but she helps me out. So thank you to her.
Maybe a better paying job, but where would she have more fun? Parker Price Miller goes 6th to 3rd for his second trip onto the podium here in 2024 with Kubota High Limit Racing. Anthony Macri, we wish that guy was a high roller. He drops in and races and makes some money with us every couple of weeks. He and Joe Mooney and Nate Reppitz had that number 39 rolling pretty well tonight.